All right, welcome to episode number 8 of Cherry Coke with Coach. Once again, always thank you for watching and tuning in and watching us sit here and talk about random stuff. And we'll get on with number 8. This week we do not have a guest. It's just me and Kip. Kip, how we doing?
Doing pretty good. It's spring season's in full force, so
That's why we don't have a guest this week. Kip and me both had 2 track meets last week, or you had 1. I had 2. I got 2 this week. Kip, you got 1.
we got 1.
So, and I was talking to Ruskell walking in the building to record tonight, and I'm like, man, like the spring is busier than the fall.
Yeah.
And I'm never home in the fall, and I feel like I'm never home in the spring. So, so no guests this week. So we'll just talk at you for 30, 45 minutes till we get tired, and then we'll call it a morning. Any big news locally, Kip?
Not that I can think of. Just tons of spring sports. Junior high play just got done, so had some future football players in there. So
Did you go to that this weekend?
I went Saturday night. Yep. So
Will Pollock was the lead, wasn't he?
he was kind of one of them. He was kind of. It's about like the internet being a distraction. So this girl's on her computer, and so anytime she gets on Google, like Will came on stage and he was Google. So he was like, "Oh, we're gonna invade your life," and so it's kind of a funny play on technology. But yeah, he had a pretty big role and did a good job. So
And I think Brayton Adams' sister was the girl on the messing with the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't get to the play. I'm a play guy. I don't usually go to musicals. Everything they sing in a musical can just be said with words. But
yeah, this isn't too long, maybe an hour 15. So
I bet, and I'm sure
not too
junior high ones they kind of pick shorter plays,
Yeah.
less lines to remember, things like that. So yeah, we got today's Monday. We're recording Monday night, so we had a soccer game going.
Yeah.
Tennis was playing. Boys are on the road for tennis, I believe.
I believe so. Yes.
Who else? What else sports do we got? Golf. I'm sure they were doing something today.
Yeah. If
Cyrus.
not today, then I'm sure they're going somewhere tomorrow.
Yeah,
So.
Cyrus wasn't at track practice today. So.
Journeys in Omaha.
Yep. Journey. I didn't know that until one of my players told me that he's going to Journey. And I'm like, all I would think, like, you don't know who that is.
Yeah.
But hey, you can't stop believing, right?
No.
That's my favorite. You see kids walk through the halls wearing a Beatles shirt or a Nirvana shirt.
Yeah, Nirvana and Motley Crue.
And I'm always like, smells like Teen Spirit. And they're like, what? And it's like, you don't even know who that is. You can't wear that shirt. You need to do an essay on Kurt Cobain and then you can wear that shirt. So, what else? Track, Hawkeye 10. We had a wind-aided track meet at Abraham Lincoln the other day. That's a heck of a track meet we go to. You're looking at Sioux City teams, the Council Bluffs teams. Southeast Polk comes to town. So a lot of talented athletes. Cade Sears, he got the new high mark in the 100-meter dash there at 10.73. Once again, that was pretty wind-aided. I don't want to take anything away from Cade Sears. He's a very, very, very fast young man. But that was he got a little help. I'm sure he still was under 11, but heck of a time at 10.73. Anything else jumps out at you on there, Kip, for new high marks for boys or girls? This Lily Denton's been killing it for St. Albert's.
As the 26.3 for Danica Arnold from Glenwood. That's moving.
Oh, yeah. The 200. That's moving pretty well. What the kid at Loudon Grimsley, he was supposed to play for Lawton Bronson, but he transferred to Sioux City East. North. Yeah, he's at East because he ran the other day. 25 or 22.05 was his 200. Once again, wind aided for that.
Yeah.
But you still have to run the curve.
Yeah.
But yeah, 22.05. Though he was cooking a little bit.
Yeah. So we had a junior high track meet that same day, so we were against the win on the home stretch. So you would have these little 7th graders. It almost looked like they were about going backwards. So they're running 20-second hundreds, and
And as a football
It's
coach,
kinda funny to
you're
watch.
just telling them a weight room, right? You know,
yep.
get in the weight room.
We had one of our throwers running. And he beat one of the smaller kids, and it's like, well, the wind doesn't affect him as much. It's not blowing him back.
Get some weight
Yeah.
into that wind. Yeah, there's not much movement. Once again, thanks to Coach Bryce Smith from Atlantic who gets us this information. He did inform me that I was misreading the chart. We do not have that many qualifiers for the Hawkeye 10, which was sad to find out. He said he was going to give me the information. Hopefully, I'll get that for you on the next episode. As of right now, it looks like 1,600 4x100 boys, 4x100 girls, boys discus, and boys 100. But I'll get to make sure I get the right stats. But once again, thank you for Bryce for putting this all together. It will be on the screen for you while we're talking, so you can actually read it. And there at the bottom, you can see upcoming meets this week. We got, once again, quite a few. Red Oak will be at Lewis Central tomorrow. That's Tuesday. And then we'll be going to Griswold on Thursday for a meet over there. I think both of them are boys, girls. I prefer just to go boys
Yeah, I think the girls go to Southwest Valley Thursday.
so they're not with us in Griswold. Okay, so I mean Griswold was a lot of smaller schools, so it's actually going to be a really good meet for us competitively. We're kind of sitting in the spot. Let's go try and win one.
It's always nice.
When's the last time Red Oak? I asked Sue Ann that the other day, and she couldn't really remember. They won a conference title back in the 80s, so that'd probably be back then. But we're just not built for that.
Nope.
Even your junior high teams, I mean, you're just not built for that. What do you got? 20 8th graders and 4 7th graders?
Just about, yeah. Maybe
you guys-
18 and 6.
And you guys still run, do most of your meets consist of separated 7th and 8th, or do you combine them?
We
a
have
lot?
7, and 2 of them we combine for. So
It'd be kind of nice, because I bet other schools around this area have this similar problem, or are we kind of an outlier?
your
So
Hawkeye
Brenda,
10
Cheyenne.
schools they're probably in better shape than us. But the smaller schools were probably more similar to them.
Because I know when I did shot put last week for the girls junior high track meet, there were 17 7th graders and 17 8th graders. Me and Destiny ripped through it pretty well, although I might be dyslexic. I read one, I said 15-4, and Destiny's like, you sure about that? I was like, 19-5. So I got every single number wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd probably be more beneficial to find those, to start just combining all junior high meets and going 7th and 8th. Bigger schools, I mean,
Yep.
Metro and stuff like that, Council Bluffs schools, they can probably still afford to go 7th and 8th, but
Yeah, for
Why
us
not?
it's just we go to a lot of conference ones because they're got partnerships with. But we were at Atlantic and Lewis Central brought a bus and a van. They had 3 coaches and brought 80 kids,
yeah.
and we had 2 coaches and we brought 18 kids.
Well, that was like Atlantic, the 9-10 meet at Glenwood. They pulled in front of us to turn and park. They had 2 full buses, and we're coming in with half a bus, and we got boys and girls on the same
Yep.
bus. But I mean, the kids we got out compete, so that's the main thing. They get after it. We get seeing more and more speed coming up. I keep talking to Hayden Hebrink for you guys. You know,
He's
got
getting
that-
after. He's set PRs in that wind on Thursday, so.
and he's got that thorn in his side. That kid from LC now, is he?
Yep.
Um,
A lily.
I talked to him the other day. I said, every meet get better and better and better and better. You know, go for that beat 'em when it counts in that senior year Hawkeye 10 cross country or whatever.
Yep. Right now it's kind of a holding pattern of what the last couple years have been is 7th grade we don't have great numbers and they're just kind of kind of figuring things out, knowing what to do, and then just that year of getting physically stronger and more confidence of knowing what you're doing. Our 8th graders are having more success than they did. They're getting top 3 places. They're getting ribbons. They're winning races where they were happy to get top 4, top 5 last year. Now we're winning those races. So.
See, and that's confidence builder for those kids. And I can see it from, last fall watching them play football, to our signing day in February for football to now. You can see the growth of an 8th grader turning into a 9th grader, a high
Yep.
school kid. So
Yeah, we got more 8th graders out than we had last year. And we got new kids there that are out that didn't go out at all. So it's growing. It's just now 7th grade we have 6 or 7 kids, and
Yeah,
You're already hearing kids say, "Oh, I'll go out next year." It's like, well, could have been out this.
you got. I always love the. Oh, I'm gonna go out next year. I need. What do you need a leap year? What do they call those? College when you don't go for a year. Anyways, they usually go backpacking through Europe in those years. Those break year or something. I don't know, but I don't know why kids always. Oh, I'm gonna go out next year, and they normally don't go out. You know, that's just the end of their career.
Yeah, I can't find those.
Somebody's gonna tell me when after they listen they're gonna call. My dad's probably gonna call me and let me know what word I'm thinking of. Well, that's about it for local sports news. Big news going around the world right now. We got the NBA postseason. I think the last games were last night for the regular season. We got for the West. We got the Thunder as the 1 seed. They got the play-in games now. And then the Clippers were the 4 seed, Mavs are the 5, Timberwolves are the 3. They'll play the Suns, who are the 6, and the Nuggets are the 2. So the play-in games are kind of weird. So the Pelicans play the Lakers, that's the 7-8 game, and the Kings play the Warriors, that's the 9-10 game. So the loser of the 9-10 game is out, and the winner plays the loser of the 7-8 game, and the loser of that game is out. The winner of the 7-8 game will get the 7 seed and play the Nuggets, and then the winner of that 7, 8, 9, 10 game would get the 8 seed.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of all the quality players on those 8, 9, and 10 teams.
Yeah. Is this the first year they're doing this, or did they do this last year?
They've done it at least 2 years.
That shows you how much I pay attention to NBA.
Yeah, same here.
Honestly, I might be getting to that age where things like this bother me too much, and I don't like it. It's just, if you're the top 8, you make it. If you're not, you don't. Like, why are we adding 2 more teams? Is it because LeBron didn't make it, so we got to make sure he makes it somehow?
Yeah. Or
I mean, they're the 8 seed, so they would have got the chance to play the Thunder and lose.
Yeah, or a chance to get it so they're not tanking. Is it the anti-tanking method of you're technically got a more chance, or?
Well, the Lakers will probably lose because they got tanked for Bronny, right? Because he's a top draft pick or something.
Well, I don't think he's going any time early, so he can probably still make the playoffs and get bounced.
So, I don't know. I don't watch enough in the NBA. If I was going to pick that side, golly, I don't even know. I guess I'd go with the Thunder because they're the 1 seed, right? I couldn't even tell you who's on those teams. The Mavs, I like Luka. I'm assuming he's still there.
Yeah.
But we'll get to the East. I know more about the East. So the East, the Celtics are the 1 seed. They're going to play the 8 seed. The 4 and 5 is the Cavs versus the Magic. The 3 and the 6 is the Bucks versus the Pacers. And the 2 versus 7 will be the Knicks versus one of the 4 teams, like that same scenario we talked last time. The Sixers are the 7 seed. The Heat are the 8. Bulls are the 9. And the Hawks are the 10 seed. You know me, I'm an all Philly guy, so Philly's going to win and get in and go ahead and beat the Knicks, and then beat the Bucks, and then beat the Celtics. Actually, we'll lose to the Celtics. That's where we usually lose.
Yep.
The conference finals. So, we'll see how it shakes out. I don't really have 2 cents either direction to care about.
Yep, I probably won't watch until the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
It'll be on in the summer. I get home from a baseball game, or if they're still playing, I'll watch it. But.
Well, we got rid of Hulu keeps upping their price. So we actually got rid of Hulu with our live TV now. So I watch a lot of YouTube and Netflix and stuff. I gotta find a new TV provider. I still need my sports. I get ESPN Plus, so I can watch cricket on Thursday nights at 2 in the morning.
Everything's MediaCom's getting expensive.
Oh God, it's just. I remember when it was free. I remember I could stay up 10 o'clock at night, watch the movies on Cinemax and HBO. That just came with the package. And now, golly, it's $30 extra a month just to have HBO. And Jamie's really good at finding the 1 week free, 1 month free subscriptions. And so we'll find a good show. Like, all right, let's get it now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
it gets dangerous when you get those like Amazon Prime and Disney Plus, and they all just they automatically renew. And
you're like, dang it, I thought I got that one.
It's like, oh, they raised the price. Didn't even know. And
yep.
Just coming out of the check every month. So.
Yeah, and Hulu was good about telling me. Netflix, I've got it a couple times where they just raised the price and didn't tell me, and I'm like, well, it was only $1, only $2.
Yeah,
But.
I was using my brother and sister's password and account. Now they're cracking down on that. Fun haters. And,
Live too far away.
like I can totally afford it myself, but it just I don't know.
it's just it's the,
You let me do it for so long. Why you?
it's like a nice little, like you're trying to, your little evil side. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to steal candy from a store, but
Yeah.
I'm going to get my free Netflix from my brother.
Yep.
I know they have it. You could have like numerous account. I think it was up to 7 is what we had, and I think it was Jamie, me, her dad, my parents, her friend Angel. I mean, it was just a whole, Arizona, Iowa,
Yeah.
Minnesota, like 50 states. But you can, yeah, come on, Do you remember Netflix when you had to actually go to the like a Walgreens and they had the Netflix box outside?
I never used it, but I was like, I don't know if I had cousins like they'd get it in the mail.
Yes,
You just have to like mail it in and whatnot.
yeah.
So I kind of remember like having my cousin. I just remember seeing it on the table.
Yeah, you'd pay like $9.99 for a month, and then you could get like 2 movies at a time. And then once you sent them back and they got them, they would send you whatever their next movie choice was. So it was all right. I mean,
And that kind of came up to old Redbox.
Redbox. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
That you'd go and you'd click it.
Yep. Yeah, there'd be at Walgreens. There'd be at like, and they were like started out like $1.99. It's
Yep.
like $2 for a movie. Okay.
And you get video games too.
Yeah.
Those.
I'm like I'd get like a couple and just keep them for the weekend.
They ended up going up in price.
Yeah. Then they started going up. Then I don't think people started returning them
Oh no.
because after if you just kept it for so long, they just might as well.
Yeah, you're not getting your money back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I had a few friends that their house had a few Redbox DVDs. I think Blockbuster had a box for a while too, because I know Blockbuster could have bought Netflix early on and they were like streaming, like they thought it was the dumbest thing ever. And
Yeah. Now they're making.
now that's the only thing to do is stream. Like, I don't know many people that actually have MediaCom. I think my parents still do.
I think Netflix is gonna get into more live stuff too. Like, I know they're like WWE Raw is moving to Netflix.
Well, and then you got like Peacock. You had to watch Iowa women's basketball.
Yep.
Peacock. You had Thursday Night Football was on Peacock. No, that was on
Prime.
Prime. And then Sunday night or something was on
Certain
Peacock.
ones,
Yeah, the Chiefs. They were always on Peacock.
Yep.
So who cares about them though? Yeah, it's just God. I am sounding like a 41-year-old kid. Starting to complain about too much stuff. Stay off my yard. Well, let's get out of the NBA. College. John Calipari. I'm guessing Kentucky's going to get in trouble here pretty soon because whenever Calipari leaves a team, he leaves them in ruins. UMass, Memphis, now Kentucky. You got going to Arkansas, $7 million a year plus $1 million signing, and I think there was some other up to $500,000 in incentives and stuff like that. So, well, it's not a bad job.
No, I thought the weird thing was like you met with the team and there is no team. I think was the quote like with NIL and the portal, it's like free agency every year. So
Yeah,
it's like,
they're just.
it's like yeah, now we just got to put together a roster.
And he will. I mean, he's going to get guys. Arkansas is a good enough program that they'll be able to bring some guys in. They'll be competitive.
Yeah, you're just so used to like, well, it's college. There should already be a team waiting for him. And but now with the portal, everything's up in the air.
It'll be kind of interesting to see that first game back in Rupp Arena for Calipari.
Yep, I think they got a guy that was at BYU.
Yeah, Mark Pope.
Yep,
He's a Kentucky guy.
He's a Kentucky alum, so he's got
Yeah.
that'll help him out.
I never really heard of him, but it said he got drafted in '96 in the second round, the 52nd pick, and had a 7-year career in the league. So spent some time at he was the head coach of BYU. He was an assistant before that, and he was at Utah Valley or something like that before that. So we'll see. I know Calipari really doesn't have to win. Pope's got to win.
Yeah.
I mean, you're at Kentucky. You better win, sir. I don't think there's been any other movement. I thought TJ would be up for that Kentucky job once I saw Calipari, Osterberger. I figured he'd be in the talking for that job.
Yeah. So then, Kansas State coach is staying because Baylor coach isn't leaving, and So Drake's getting a new guy from Northwest Missouri State,
Yeah, I think that was a perfect hire.
so that's a good one.
They Northwest Missouri State knows how to win in everything. They got a good baseball team too, don't they? Are
I
competitive.
think they're.
I mean,
I don't follow a ton of D2 baseball, but
you'd think they were good.
I'm
I mean,
pretty sure they have success. I don't know if they're winning national championships, but
It is probably the worst complex they got. I mean, their football stadium's beautiful. Their gym's awesome, and then their baseball field's right there by the dorms.
Yeah.
Kind of parking lot. You hit a foul, you're landing in the parking lot of the D's.
yeah, still nice, but yeah,
Yeah, it's
just compared to everything else they got.
yeah, a beautiful football stadium. But, yeah, so we got Calipari, Pope. Yeah, like you said, everybody else is kind of sitting still now because I think the jobs are already gone. I mean, there wasn't really many jobs that came open. You got the big name jobs, and then those got filled by the mid majors, and now you got some little name guy coming. The next one coming up.
Yep.
See.
It'll be interesting to see when some of these older names like Izzo and
When they
some of those guys start leaving.
Izzo,
That trickles.
he annoys me because that son of a gun. Like, get him to the attorney. He's gonna
Yep.
find a way to win. Way too early. UConn three-peating.
It would be hard not to bet against them.
I mean, Hurley's got him rolling.
Yeah.
I think I saw the favorites were UConn and Duke were the two favorites.
Yep. That sounds right. Duke's kind of young. They got the number one player coming in, that Cooper Flag.
I'll still go with UConn because I ain't picking that other team.
Yeah.
Oh no. If they would have said UNC, maybe I would have flipped. But so yeah, and then girls basketball, South Carolina again. I mean, they lose the big girl, but they return.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they played 9 girls. You know, their bench was deep. But they had 30 points against Iowa off the bench to Iowa's 0.
Yep. I think I was not calling Iowa State to win it all, but
They were
Audie
good.
Crooks being a sophomore and they
Yep.
were pretty super young.
And Iowa got some girl from out west that's supposed to be the next phenom
Yeah.
point guard. But then you also got USC. That Juju Watkins is pretty good.
Yep.
Did
Hannah
that,
Hidalgo from Notre Dame's
yeah.
up there.
Did that Paige Buechler? Did she go?
I think she said she's coming back.
She's coming. So
She's coming
UConn,
back,
don't frown on UConn.
Yep.
Gino will have them back. So I think the girls are in a better position. I'm kind of intrigued to see what happens with the viewership of female sports. Is it going to follow Caitlin to the WNBA and more people are going to watch that, or are they going to give girls college basketball a try for another year,
Yeah.
see what shakes out?
I think it's definitely got to take a little bit of a step back. 'Cause I'm just star power, and like you're a big star, like she's out at USC. People aren't going to stay up and watch.
You got to wait up till 11
Like,
o'clock at
or-
night.
Not that they're just going to watch Caitlin Clark because it's Central Time, but I think that helps. And I think in WNBA it'll take up a little bit, and
Yeah.
some of that's just going to help when the season is. It's over the summer where there's not as much competition.
Well, then you got to think: if she's got to show out? I mean, she's got to put up shots like she's making now.
Yep.
She's got to do the same stuff, and kind of bounce off what you said about the late night games. Us men don't watch the men games
Yeah.
because they're that late. So it's nothing against the girls.
Yep.
We weren't going to watch the men's games either. So who wants to watch Bronny James and USC
Yeah.
and Washington, Oregon State? I can't even tell you who their best player ever is. Do they even have one?
Washington State was like, what, Klay Thompson? Oregon
Yeah.
State, I have no idea.
Oregon State, no. I mean, I'm sure they had somebody. Dana Altman? He used to coach at,
He's at Oregon.
and he used to be at Drake, I believe.
Used to be at Creighton.
Creighton, that's right. Yep. So yeah, Central, Midwest guy. So yes,
He's back in the Big Ten. He's a Big Ten school now.
So females, don't fret. We're not talking bad about girls basketball. We're
No.
just saying we don't watch those late night. And that goes for football too. Because the game, Arizona State don't get over till 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So, what do we got? So that's that. So we got to WNBA draft this week. Caitlin Clark is projected as the number 1 pick. I'm assuming that's going to hold strong. Angel Reese came out. Carosa from USC. I think the Indiana Fever have the first pick. So I'm sure we're going to see a bunch of Fever jerseys around Iowa here in the next couple weeks.
You'll finally find out what their logo looks like. And, yep,
I know
Cameron Brink from Stanford.
She's tall and like 100 pounds.
Yeah, tall and lanky.
I know the Liberty it's like the Liberty Statue of Liberty flame.
Yeah.
And I know that one. Fever, what's that, like a thermometer or something?
Yeah. That's a great question.
So, I think I don't know. I've never seen the WNBA draft. I might have to tune in and watch the first pick this year. And it's on right now.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's on right now. So Caitlin Clark's it's probably 7:00, right?
No, 6:30.
6:30. So Kip's got the computer on. Maybe we'll catch the last pick here and we'll finish up here. One other topic we had was the NFL draft. I am the nerd that sits there and watches every single day of it, all the way through the 6th, 7th round. I won't this weekend, but you used to sit around and watch that.
I used to do like day one, like first round for sure. Now they've kind of moved it to like Thursday night.
Yeah.
So now it seems like we're always at a track meet or something. So like I'll watch, right? Usually at least make sure I catch back up, or we go home from the track meet and I'll stay up until the first round's done.
And it gets longer and longer.
Then it gets to Saturday, and then I just kind of check in. Okay, who'd the Packers pick? What's their next pick?
You check the ticker on the bottom. Because they really don't even do the picks anymore. Like they're going on in the background. They're like, new pick, another pick. You just got to listen to Mel Kiper the whole damn time. I think I saw Mel Kiper's got the Bears picking Caleb Williams first pick still, and then Jalen Daniels going second pick.
Yeah, it feels like there hasn't been a ton of movement after, like in the past couple of weeks. It's not like, someone's
moving up,
making a move, or someone's dropping.
Yeah, it kind of takes away from the flair of the draft. I mean, we've had Mel Kiper my whole life, so it kind of takes it away. Like, because the mocks get it right, dead on. At least the first 5 or 6.
You got their connections, and
I've seen it that one year. It got kind of screwy because that one guy got in trouble like the day before the draft. They found out that LSU lineman,
Laramie Tunsil.
Yeah, and it kind of screwed things up for a little bit. But it ain't no draft day like the movie. That's a good movie for a sportsman.
It is.
I forgot about that one. Do you have it on the list?
Sure is.
So, like I said, this is gonna be a quick episode. We're busy men. We're gonna get a new. Hopefully next week we'll have a guest for us. Big news for me. I'll be heading to Davenport on Friday night. Well, first I got to go to Stanton, and they do a full sports banquet.
Okay.
So they done messed up and asked Coach Nordine to come over and talk. So Mike Nordine's going to go give a little Red Oak Pride speech over in Stanton. I don't know anything purple, but I'm going to give the 2 bowlers a orange and black letter to put on their purple and white letter coat. So
we're
head over there. Yep. And then I go to Davenport. I got state bowling. I bowl singles and doubles on Saturday, and then team on Sunday with the Piper brothers. Shaylee Knowles, my assistant coach for bowling, and then another guy. I feel bad I forgot his name, but he's a good bowler too. Well, we should do all right.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a drive over there.
Woo! I'm assuming it was in Des Moines last year, so Davenport this year, so next year it's got to be in Sioux City or CB, right?
You would think so.
It's probably gonna be Waterloo or something.
Yeah.
But and then old Kip, you guys are going over to Mavoria.
Yep.
To listen to some
Honey Creek
Creek
Resort for the Southeast Iowa Football Coach Clinic.
Yeah, Coach Carter, Garrison Carter over. He's at Creston now. He's the OC over there. He does a good job with that clinic. I actually like it better than the IFCA clinic we go to at Prairie Meadows. We just went to that this year because I had state bowling.
Should be a lot of attendees. So, me, Coach Gray, Coach Weiser, Coach Johnson.
They'll probably get 9 holes of golf in first. And,
somewhere.
We'll see what happens.
We got one planned. We'll see if the weather holds out on us.
I can give you the order of first to fourth. Ooh, first and second. I'm gonna go Tristan, then Kip, then Gray, and then probably in 92nd place, Weiser.
Yeah, Weiser's easy to last.
Gray's not bad. He just doesn't golf enough.
No.
You and Tristan golf enough that if your putting's on and you can get the ball there soon enough, you'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll probably just do like best ball just to save us all. Same amount of swings, but let's just
just hit from the same spot.
Save the time. And
we were throwing spears out
together.
at Anderson Conservation today, and they all threw them right in the same spot. I was like, that's cart golf. No. And the kids are like, what's cart golf? I was like, you never grew up on a golf course. That's like, make sure you hit it to the same spot. Another another fun week for us, and we'll make sure we get talking to you next week about what's going on, and we'll share the good old stories from the clinic and about how I'm going to go win state at bowling. But to end the podcast, we always have to have our top 5. This week I challenged Kip to something I think we both. I actually was going to go rom-coms. And I thought about it, but I was like, you know what? We're going to go sports movies first. So we're going to do our top 5 sports movies. But first, if I did do rom-com, do you have one on top of your head?
Oh, I'm a big like movie quotes guy, and then Forgetting Sarah Marshall pops into my head.
Nice. Mine was going to be Fever Pitch. That's a good one. That's a good one. It's a baseball one too, but not enough baseball in it. It's more about the love story there.
That could be a whole subgenre of like romantic sports movies, or sports movies with a
romantic sports comedies.
Yeah,
we could have a whole list, but let's go ahead and go through our top 5. I don't have any honorable mentions. I just went 5 because we could be here all night rattling off sports movies. And I actually went with like my 5 favorite. My first one, number 5, is Miracle on Ice. Came out in 2004 about the hockey team that beat Russia. I picked this because 2 reasons. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it, but the way they showed practice and how he kept making them go, and the coach was like, again. And then that speech before the game, the Russian game, like, nothing tops that. That might be the greatest, other than NFL movie with
Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday. That might be the best halftime speech. But that pregame speech in The Miracle is amazing.
So I listed off, but then if you're not going to list off your honorable mention, I listed like 7 that people would.
I bet if you name them all off, I'm going to be like, yep.
So my honorable mentions, so they didn't make the cut. Great movies, but I'm more of a quotes and funny guy, so they didn't make it. Remember the Titans?
Good.
Not on my list. Miracle, honorable mention. Moneyball.
That's a great one. Moneyball's amazing.
Field of Dreams.
Yep.
Tin Cup.
I forgot about Tin Cup.
Cool Runnings. Coach Carter.
Feel the rhythm. Feel the blues.
Coach Carter. And Trouble with the Curve.
That's a good one.
I like one too.
That is a good one.
So I like them.
Yeah.
Good ones. But I'm more of a quotes guy, even though my number 5 isn't super quotable. It's my most recent movie. We kind of talked about it earlier. Mine is Draft Day.
It's a solid movie.
Came out in 2014. Kevin Costner is the lead. Jennifer Gardner's got a role. Dennis Leary is kind of the coach of the team. The guy that played Black Panther is the linebacker guy.
Yep.
It's, Chadwick Boseman plays Mac.
And the owner of the team, I can't remember his name, but he's been in a lot of movies.
Yep.
He's like a superhero movie kind of guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about the Cleveland Browns. That's maybe the worst part about it is they picked the Browns. But it's probably like Browns are, at the time, said we needed all the good publicity we can get.
Yeah, and they were probably the number 1 pick anyway.
Yeah, and they probably needed something to make them look smart in the draft because they have bad history with that. But yeah, just the trading, and Kevin Costner's great in it. There's a little bit of a love story in there too.
Yep. Well, Kevin Costner, he's in a good baseball movie too, where he's a pitcher. He cuts his hand.
For the Love of the Game.
Yes, that's a solid movie.
That one could easily be in it
And
too.
it's the Clear the Mechanism.
Yep.
Clear the Mechanism.
We could have done a top 15.
Well, Moneyball, that's my sports. If that, I'm sitting around, I'm flipping through the channels, and that movie's on, I'll stop and watch every single time. It's probably one of my top. It is probably one of my top 5 sports movies. I just didn't even. There's just so many of them.
Yeah.
So my number 4 from 2005, Coach Carter. What's Your Biggest Fear? Great movie. I kind of talk my coaching basketball. It's kind of similar. I mean, I like to run fast and go fast, and so what we haven't practiced with the ball. So what are we going to do? Run?
Coach, we've been practicing the offense. You're right. What have we done? Run.
So what do you think we're going to do? Run. Well, that are like, that's like the new age Hoosiers to me. So you can put Coach Carter, Hoosiers, they're all kind of in the same realm. But Coach Carter, that's what I went for.
So now I'm getting into my quotes. My movie came out in 1993. So didn't go watch it in theaters, but soon came out. Mine, and being a baseball guy, The Sandlot. So it's funny, so many memorable quotes. Kind of the
You bow for apples in the toilet, and you like it.
you play ball like a girl.
Ooh.
The Great Brown Brain now.
I love when they
So,
put the,
yeah.
oh, they
So
go
just-
with the twister.
You're killing me, Smalls. Like there's so
Yeah.
many iconic lines and just a great baseball movie. Not super great baseball, but
No.
just awesome
And
movie.
Any
Quotable.
kid can really
You can relate to it.
relate to it. I mean, every kid plays some kind of
Yeah.
activity with their buddies, and they're just having baseball. Do you ever watch the next ones?
I don't think so.
Oh, they're horrible. Don't. It might ruin it for you.
Heroes get remembered, but legends never die. So many great quotes.
And then the 4th of July game's the best.
Yep.
They're watching. But, all right, number 3. I'm going to go back. I think my last 3 are football related. So can't go wrong with Friday Night Lights. 2004. I read the book. That's a good read. The movie's good. The TV show's good. I think everything I've watched that's related to Friday Night Lights and the premise of that movie, that story, it's all good. So I'm gonna go with Friday Night Lights.
I never read the book. Whenever I think of that movie, my mom saw it before I did. And we were going to play Harlan coming up or something. She's like, you guys need to go watch that movie before you play Harlan. And I went and watched the movie. I'm like, why would you have us want to watch the movie? Like, you want us just to work hard and then still lose in the end? Like, it's like I get what she meant. Like, it's supposed to be motivating, but it's like, they lose
Yeah,
in the end.
but they're Dallas Carter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's about right.
it's a
Yeah,
good.
great movie. The TV show is
Yeah.
really good too. So
Yeah, I've watched it a couple times. Me and my buddy Trey, I lived with him for about 6 months, and every night we watched 3 or 4 episodes and passed out on our recliners watching it.
Yep.
It was always good.
So my number 3,
Texas for life.
technically it's kind of 3 movies. I like parts of all of them. The Mighty Ducks trilogy. So that's my only hockey one. Well, Miracle would have been honorable mention. But again,
I
there's
thought you were gonna pull a Rocky.
no. Mighty Ducks, quotable, funny. Everyone can. Cake eater, Goldberg the goalie. There's so many.
Goldberg.
Quack,
Goldberg.
Flying V.
Well, which one's your favorite?
If I had to quote one, I'm kind of partial to 3. But
That's
a lot of
when
people
they go
don't
to
like
college
3.
or go to.
That's when they really go
the
to
private school.
kind of the preparatory
Yeah,
school.
I like that one too.
It's like that, but a lot of people are partial to
Everybody's gonna love
1 or 2.
one. Yeah,
1.
I mean,
And 2 is when they're Team USA. So
yeah, I don't like that one as much.
Yeah.
They add in some good characters,
Yeah.
like the Texas guy and the figure skater
Yep.
and stuff. But
Kenny Wu.
the third one where they go to the private school and they're just out of place. I love that one. The Bash Brothers.
Yep.
So number 2, I'm gonna go way back. Kip, you might know this one. 1983, the year I was born, they came out with a movie called All the Right Moves.
I've heard of it, never seen
So
it.
it takes place in Western Pennsylvania. Craig T. Nelson is the coach of the team, and Tom Cruise is a football player on the team. Well, they lose a game to their arch rival because Rifleman fumbles the ball. That's their quarterback, and Tom Cruise gets mad and yells at the coach, and he blames him for losing. So he kicks him off the team, makes him walk home.
Mm-hmm.
He gets in the car with all these drunks, and they throw bottles and put up signs, move, and all this stuff in the coach's house. And it's showing him trying to get back on the team. His buddy's girlfriend's pregnant. His buddy's going to USC to play football. So it's an actual what happened in a football town in
Yep.
Pennsylvania. But it was just steel working town, all blue collar, hard workers.
It looks like Cruz was young enough to actually play in sports. He doesn't do a ton of sports movies.
No, and it was
Jerry Maguire technically is a sports movie that would be good too.
Show me the money. But yeah, all the right moves. It's a good movie. Slow, but if you love football, they show that they're playing Amherst, which is the big name school. It's huge facilities to these guys' little facilities, and once again, I'm getting goosebumps, but they show him riding in the bus up to the game. And, like, they got this music playing, that old, like, Kenny Loggins 80s music, and it's just like, I'm going to go beat somebody up. So, all the right moves. That's my number 2.
Oh, that crazy. It's Coach.
Yeah, Craig T. Nelson.
Coach Hayden.
Hayden Fox.
Hayden Fox.
Yeah. He's the head coach of the high school team.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Now I feel like I gotta go watch it. Hopefully it's on Amazon Prime.
It is, but I think you got to pay $2.99.
So, my number 2 also came out in the year I was born, 1989. For those of our listeners, Major League. So
Yes.
again, not the best baseball, but so quotable. So many Willie Mays Hayes, Jack Taylor, Roger Dorn,
Joe Poo needs a refill.
yeah, Wild Thing,
Oh, yeah.
Rick Vaughn. So many iconic characters.
I do
So
like the
quotable.
Back to the Minors one, though, with Tamakaki.
Yeah. The Buzz.
And Rube, the catcher.
Yep.
Gosh darn it.
And that one, like, 2's pretty good too, but nothing beats the number
No.
1.
Parkman ruins number 2.
Yeah.
Like, Parkman, I get what they're trying to do with him. He's the villain, but he's kind of too much.
Yeah,
of a
and they
dick.
upgraded to Wesley Snipes as Willie Mays Hayes. Like, oh, this one made a lot of movie. Like,
Yeah, let's throw him in there, and then they show him making the moves. I did all my own stunts.
yeah.
Stupid.
So
With,
number 2, Major League.
with Jesse the Body Ventura was his
Yeah.
co-star in the fake movie, and he was the governor of Minnesota
Yep.
for a while. When I lived in Minnesota, he was the governor. So number 1, this movie, I've seen it 300 million times, and I think I cry every single time because he's that little man out there, Rudy. Came out in 1993. I mean, it just tugs at my heartstrings every time. Like the little wild man out there, Rudy. But yeah, you've all guaranteed everybody's seen Rudy, so we don't have to really talk much about it.
Yep, have seen that one. I bet you've seen my movie lots of times. It's a football movie. It does not make you cry. I don't think I cry. I laugh every time at it though.
Varsity Blues.
1999 Varsity Blues.
I got my CAT scan. What?
They scanned the cat.
Miss Davis, will you go to prom with me? that is a
Moxon, you the
solid
dumbest
movie.
smart kid out there. I love that pig.
I
He knows
always,
a dog.
I always
Love that
wondered
dog.
watching that, like, I wonder really if that's what it really is like in small town Texas.
Back then, it probably could have been too far.
Could have been too far off. 'Cause, I mean, and football is king down there, so, we kind of pulled that off. I knew it was going to be a wide variety, wide range,
Yeah.
lots of picks.
We didn't double up on any
No,
of them either.
I don't think we did. And we covered 30 different movies, I think, in the conversation. So I think next time we got our own 2-man podcast, I think we have to do maybe rom-coms. I'm not a scary movie guy, so we'll never go that
No,
route.
yeah, me neither.
So maybe rom-coms or something
Some
fun.
action movies or something.
Action movies, I'd be down with that.
Or like, yeah.
We'll get it figured out. But once again, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great week, and tune in. Watch us again next week. Roll Tigers.